You know, you're going to learn in this life that you're going to have many people and many obstacles in your way that's going to try to stop you. And it doesn't matter if you're a person that you mind your business, you know, you don't bother nobody. You stay in your own lane. You try to keep to yourself at work. If you're in a household that's toxic, you try to keep to yourself. You don't try to bother nobody. You don't try to mess with nobody. You're just trying to just live your own life and find your own way in this world. But you're always going to have certain individuals and certain people who are placed in your life or who just find out about your life, and they make it their they make it their entire destiny to try to bring you hell, to try to bring you down. You're always going to have problematic people in this world. You always. But you're a guy like this in our position. The world seems to have a target on your back. And you're like, what the fuck did I do? I never did nothing to you. But it doesn't matter because these people are being used by the demiurge and being used by the archons. You see, if we had a world that was just peaceful, where there was no war, nobody hating on each other, nobody starting stuff, there's no, racial hierarchies or dynamics, everything is just fair like it's supposed to be, right? Then these evil beings, entities, are not going to be able to feed off of our negative energetic manifestational frequency. They're not going to be able to feed off of our loosh. There's a reason every single day you hear about the war here, war there. Then they got to raise gas prices up. Now think about it critically and concisely and precisely. Why, if America goes to war with Iran, do the American people get punished? Because now all of a sudden the oil prices go up, which means everything that gets transported, because most things in America gets transported from overseas. Now the food's going to go up, the gas is going to go up, everything's going to go up. But none of the Americans ever voted for waging a war with Iran. Do you see how the New World Order is only to target the people, right? And when you're a righteous soul, bro, when you feel like everybody should have a chance at happiness and everybody should have a chance at greatness, whether you're homeless, whether you're going through it, whether you're struggling, you should always have a chance to do what you want to do in life and be successful at it. There's no reason why we can't have an abundance in this world. And most of the people that disagree with that, these are the demiurge's minions. It's just that simple, right? You read the Gnostic text, because if you don't know if you don't know about Gnosticism, you don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But I mean, there's a reason why it's so hidden, or was so hidden, right? But just know this, man. You're gonna have haters. You're gonna have haters in your family. You're gonna have haters at your job. Hell, you go to hell. I remember going to visit my grandmother, bro. And I remember as we're getting off the elevator, it was like this older lady or whatever. She's like a nurse, but she's like an older nurse. And she seen me and my family, and she immediately looked and started frowning at us like this, and then kind of like didn't even acknowledge us. Like she just frowned at us and just looked straight frowning. I'm like, what the hell? Like, but if you seen her face as the elevator door was opening, she had a happy smile on her face. She was cool. But as soon as she seen our skin color configuration, it changed her whole view on us, right? And I remember going in there talking, like when I was talking to my grandmother a little bit, I remember, my grandma was asking me about the EBT and all that. And then one of the nurses heard, her say about, my EBT, and then started looking at me weird and treating me differently. And I'm looking like, so you're treating somebody bad because we live in an artificially created construct, a system that thrives off money and thrives off the incineration and the obliteration and termination and neutralization of the innocence. And I'm a person, I just don't fit. I don't fit well in a world that's driven by false creative constructs such as money, a man-made thing. But if we're in a world where you can create art, you can create music, you can create poetry, hell, if we had Sophia's real light, if we can create our own dimensions, our own heavens, our own worlds, our own planes of existence, if we could create that, imagine how powerful it would be. But just because somebody doesn't have money right now, or they've been going through it, and you've been fortunate enough, like find yourself fortunate that you look at somebody who has EBT and you talk down about that person. What does that say about your life? And why do you care? You know, if it's not affecting your life, why do you care? And especially if it's about another grown man. So that's one thing I can't stand is when you have grown men. I'm talking about men like in past 25, grown men acting like females on the internet, you know? And it's like, when you see these people, they're not going to say nothing to you in your face, you know, at all. You know, a lot of people who make these videos, they don't show their face, you know? I've been trolled, I've been doxxed, I've been kicked out, I've been homeless, I've been through all that simply because I come on the internet and speak my voice, right? Do you know how powerful your voice has to be a random nobody, and within a year become one of the biggest black pillars, become the black pill villain, and have people become obsessed with you, people make cartoons about you, people make songs about you, people get obsessed with you, people contact your family in real life and then pretend to be you and do all that type of shit, get you doxxed, get you kicked out. Do you know how powerful your voice? Sometimes I feel like Tupac sometimes, right? I'm not hyping myself, I'm just telling you reality. Because if I was a nobody truly, no one would give a fuck. No one would speak about me. No one would give a damn. But it's going to happen in your guys' life as well because we're these guys in this position where everybody feel like they can come and attack us and try to take us down. It's like, bro, we're already down bad, you know?